Good evening, everybody. We are joined by G2, who are coming off of their match against Vitality. We'll begin with a question from the remote media, and then we'll start going in-house. Brandon, would you like to ask the first question?
Yes, thank you very much. Congrats on the win, guys. Brandon with esports.gg here. I'll ask this question to either valyn or Coach Josh RT. You guys gone against some superstars this tournament. Obviously, now you're up against Durka, Les, that whole Vitality team that's been really good this year. When it comes to preparation for a game like this, when they have such pieces in place on their team, how much of that goes into focusing on what a certain player directly does and maybe trying to shut them down rather than looking at the team as a whole or just preparing what you guys are going to do?
You want to take that one?
Sure. Um, I would say usually like at least back home when we play against teams like Crew with Kesnet or C9 with Oxy, it feels a lot more player focused into countering. But this time around, playing on the international stage and being against Vitality, we know that as a whole they're like all on the same caliber. So we didn't really dive too deep on like player focus. We just knew kind of how to approach it versus them as their team versus ours, which is yeah, it is a bit different. Sometimes we do focus on players, but I would say recently, especially when we step on these high pressure matches, it's just been like, how do we adjust our like macro to match theirs, and what can we abuse versus them, rather than just shutting a guy down because players like Dirk are always going to get their kills. They're always going to find their footing in a match. So it's just you got to be a better team that day to win, and we did. So good job, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Coach. Thanks. We'll take a question from Miguel next.
Thank you. I'm Miguel Soriano from Sons of KS. My question would be for Coach Josh or Balin, whoever wants to reply. What you taught us this match is that numbers are just numbers. I mean, you just defeated an undefeated team that came all the way from the league without dropping a single match. And right now, you've managed to make a bounce back from the last result. So, how important would this be like for the team's morale coming against a rematch versus EDG? And how do you think this is gonna play on their next match? Thank you.
I think that's more of a player focus question.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
oh,
so.
I just assumed it was going to Josh because I took the last one. But
Sorry.
honestly, I didn't even know they were undefeated, to be honest. Like I didn't really pay attention to any of that or care about that. It's just rewatching the VODs and seeing how we um prepare for it. But it does feel good to win. I mean, it doesn't matter who the opponent is really. Like I don't care that they're undefeated and we beat them. We just beat the people in front of us, and we're gonna keep beating the people in front of us until we win the whole damn thing. So feels good that we're still alive in the upper bracket. We've been here before though, and we bombed out. So now our focus is not letting history repeat and just come in like, I want to tell this like to my team mainly, but when we have like a do or die mentality, when our backs are against the wall, we perform lights out every time. So I want us to, it's like a joke. It's like, oh guys, we lost today. We have a match tomorrow. Like that's the vibe I want. I don't want us like overconfident. I don't want that. Like when we focus and we know what to do, like we are some crazy people in the server, man. We perform like the best in the world. So let's just keep that keep that mentality and let's destroy EDG tomorrow.
Thank you. We'll go to Rabia next.
Thank you, Anton. Hey everyone, congratulations on the win. My question is to Josh. Uh, Against EDG, you guys ran Sky, Raze, Teho, Viper, Brim, Comp on Bind. But against Vitality today, it was Yoru, Teho, Brim, Breach, and Wise. I want to know what's the reason behind such a drastic change in the comp, and so far, are you satisfied with it?
We just felt like we needed more tools and maybe more available win conditions to defeat some of these bind comps that we were seeing in the tournament. Just like looked at the field, what comps we're playing against, and felt like our current comp may feel a little bit underwhelming. And also, we just wanted to like throw a wrinkle and just give him some really hard comps to solve, like live on stage. So that was like the focus here, and I feel like we threw it up for a loop. I think.
Yeah, thank you so much, and good luck for the next game.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Yinsu.
My first question is to Jaw. How many hours did you practice the header into the brimstone molly to unbind? Can you share some tips on how to block the molly?
I used to play Brimstone, so I always know the lineup's coming. I mean, if he has ult, the Maul's gonna come, so that's like the first instinct you got to figure out. If he ults first, it's probably better. But I mean, I just saw it. Like it's easy to dodge. You just headbutt it all the day. Take it.
Messi.
And that's it.
What was everyone else's reaction? I don't know who was dead at the time. If you were specking Jaw and when you saw that happen.
I think Trent.
I saw it live.
Yeah, I think
I
Trent
saw it
saw
live.
Yeah.
Came out shower and washed my
I had no idea what's happening.
Yeah, it was
I said,
alive.
He blocked it, and then
And then I
backed to it.
tapped, and then instantly missiles came. So I was like, still lost.
It happens. It happens. Second question is, I guess still from Jaw, maybe Leaf and Valyn could answer this. Now almost 10% of your kills come from stingers. I'm sure you're aware. And Jaw, you have 19 kills right now in this tournament with stingers. What is it about this NA stinger meta? Like, how are you guys just always winning off the back of the stinger and buying and prioritizing it so much?
Don't stop moving.
I mean, I think I just used it so much. Like, I was never like a Deagle player in like CS, and I was more like an MP9 user. And the Stinger is literally just the Valorant MP9. So like, I just am good at spray control on guns that don't have spray control. So yeah,
I don't think I bought a stinger one time, so that's all you guys.
it's okay. Keep getting
That's
your
a
Deagle
lie,
kills, bro.
Trent.
Keep going.
You have 8 kills on the
Wow.
right now.
Wait, how many do I
I
have?
got the stats. You want to guess? I don't know if you guys.
15.
15.
13.
14. Really
Ah,
close with it.
in the
I
middle.
might as well just do the rest. Leaf, you are on 15, and Jonah, you need to catch up.
I have
You're on
9.
5.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I have to prioritize util, or I get whipped by Josh.
And what are your thoughts, Josh,
Okay.
on your team Stinger meta?
I'm glad we're good at it. I mean, the results speak for itself, I think.
So you're happy with it?
Of course, of course.
Love that. Sorry, I do one more question, which is you guys have always spoken a little bit about how against EDG it is friendly, it is pretty wholesome. So 2 parts of this question. First of all, what's the lore behind that? When did this friendship kind of start? And second question is, how ready are you going to be if you go to Fracture again and have to face the Kankan Neon?
Banning fracture.
I think like the friendship between us started just because we did like jersey swaps, but also they're just really friendly and nice people. Like they wished us luck before our game today. The whole team is really wholesome, so it doesn't feel like they have any like, I don't want to say hate, but any yeah, I mean, they don't really have any hate in their heart, it feels like. So they're just being friendly with us and we're just being nice back because that's what you do as a human being. So they're chill and we're chill. So it's like a mutual respect type thing.
And on Kankan Neon?
Oh yeah, try to not do that.
We're banning the agent.
Yeah, we're banning Neon.
Valid.
Arnav, we'll come to you next.
Hi guys, congrats on the win. This time my question is for Josh. I want to know, I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but you are the team. You guys have been picking the new region shield a lot, whether it's been eco or sometimes in the full buy as well. Uh, what do you think the addition of that particular util has made the game into right now, especially being after added with outlaw and stuff?
It's just another way to think about economy. And if you're able to regen shield and keep it going, you can start building your econ a lot faster. And we like utility. We like to have utility fights. So that kind of just plays into that. But obviously the counterbalance is facing against outlaw. So like we always we can play the game, that game too. Like if other teams are playing regen shields, we'll just bust out outlaw, and vice versa. So, but like yeah, we like to change. We try to abuse it as much as we can.
Thank you. My second question would be for Jonah. Uh, Today the Professor P came out and everybody was cheering for you. During these intense situations like matches like this, how do you perform and cheer up your teammates and give performance like this? What's the secret behind it?
Well, today I was singing on stage to my teammates, so I think that helped a lot. Yeah, there was like some stupid rounds we lost, and I'm always making jokes. And I personally, individually, play a lot better when there's more pressure. I don't know why. I don't think about or play the game differently, but when there's extra pressure, I feel like I lock in harder.
Thank you. And my last and final question would be for Valyn. After the 3K shot from Sheriff in Lotus B, we saw some reaction from you, but the broadcast muted. Can you tell us what were you saying?
I don't know if I could say it here.
We'll give it a pass.
I was like, what the fuck?
Fix
it. But it was just because like it was just stupid from us, like how we approached what was happening. And sometimes the emotions happen in the moment, but I'm never upset with the guys. It's just like I'm very invested in the game right now, and we just did something kind of silly. So I'm like, WTF, like come on. And but we fixed it after, so it was fine.
Thank you guys, and all the best against EDG. We're rooting for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to go to some remote questions. We'll go to Miguel next.
Thank you. Um, I think that it was round 21 or 22 on mine. Can't remember when. It was around where Joe ulted with Joru, and then it came the Tejo ult on the back of the side. It was a beautiful execution. But how much of this synergy comes from practice, and how much does this synergy comes from like the vibes and the good team that you have?
I
I feel like we
Like,
didn't drill that.
yeah,
but
so
I didn't have reps on the
That
map.
strat was new to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I,
We have like no practice on that new comp, and we basically just translated ideas from other maps that we have, and that's pretty much it.
Just like agent mastery. Like
Yeah.
we play a lot of Teo, we play a lot of Yoru. We know like what
Yeah.
the agents can do.
We're all very good at filling in util and gaps just on the fly. So
It helps when you have the two best initiators in the world, so they just know how to fill it in pretty easily.
Aw.
Aw. We'll go next to Brandon at esports.gg.
Thank you again. I will send this question over to Leaf. Some numbers here I have 50 rounds played against Team Vitality total today. 17 of those, which is 34%. You got at least 2 kills against them in 17 rounds. 13 2Ks and 4 3Ks. So I just want to ask about your effectiveness today. What were you on? What were you doing where you were able to just pick up multiple players and that many amount of rounds today and kind of have that sort of impact on the game?
I mean, I was like 2.5 Red Bulls deep. That's what I was on.
Shout out.
But I don't know. I was just feeling very confident. Like, even though we were first timing, it's like my first time playing Vice on Bind. Like the agent was kind of self-played. I feel like I didn't really heat up until like the second half in totals, and I didn't realize how many 2Ks I got. And then like Lotus, it was just kind of like I just did whatever I want. Like I would walk out A, just kill Dirk 1 bullet. I would be front B on defense and somehow kill 2 1 bullet Dirk as well. It's always this guy for some reason. But yeah, like I don't know. I just was very confident in my aim and just felt they didn't really have util to stop me, so felt good.
good answer.
Cheers. We'll go back to Yunsu for the next couple.
I have a question for Trent. So we had Valyn on the desk, and as you know, if you win this tournament and you're the MVP, you will get a bracelet. And he so nicely said that he felt like you would be able to have the aura, to rock that bracelet. It would look good on you. He's got faith in you. Would you agree? And also, is there one of your teammates perhaps you feel a similar way about?
Thank you, Jake. Sure, I'll agree with him. I think honestly, any of my guys could get it. I think.
Well, who would look the coolest?
Oh, who would look the coolest?
Yeah, who has the aura?
New bracelet is sick, by the way.
What color is it?
Purple.
Ooh.
That's a Jonah
Purple
P.
is a Jonah P
That's a
color, so
Jonah
I
P.
have to go with Jonah.
Yeah, we have a new term when we're hunting people saving. We're saying like I'm going for the bracelet because we said that today a few times where they were saving. So like I'm going for the bracelet. I'm chasing.
Very scripted. And my last question is for Josh. Now, I'm sure you're aware a lot of people, they like to yoink your stuff, your comps. We've seen it from tier 2 to tier 1 all around the world. Who are you yoinking from? Which teams and players have you been yoinking from?
Well, this was a curious time where like everybody reset it to 0 and just have to create a new meta. So we didn't really yoink it to from anybody. But I do like what DRX built within that like 1 or 2 weeks, 1 week basically, and they kind of just extended that idea to all 7 maps. And so like we were looking at them a little bit like, oh, cool ideas here and there.
Hi again, Adam here. This time, a question is for Valyn, and I would like to know from Josh as well. Uh, During the bind game, when you guys were losing, but you take a timeout and you guys went for overtime. As a player and as a coach, what goes through your mind at that point, and what as a player when you hear your coach say whatever during the timeouts happen, uh, can we get like a sneak peek about it? What was happening?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard Josh have like an angry timeout in a while. So we knew that we were messing up some easy stuff. And it felt like that during the game. Like we're down 8-12, but I feel like we're playing well and we're doing things well, but we're just not closing these rounds that we should be. And so that was the first time in a while I heard Josh take like an angry timeout, and we just locked in after that because we knew like we are playing better than them. We just need to stop throwing these like micro things. And to be fair, we had a very short time to implement the new comp. So we were missing tiny details that we just forgot. And so he was just reminding us of them. And then it was easy from there.
And what was the angry timeout, Josh?
I mean, like we had a drop in fundamentals, but like Jake said, it makes sense this would happen whenever you have a new comp. The players are so focused on executing the new ideas and whatnot, and they kind of forget um the core of the game, where you gotta get advantages in terms of like kills or how do you play these post plants. And yeah, we toss a lot of those. So yeah, it was a reminder of like, hey, remember how to play team Valorant and know where we're advantage and disadvantage, and just try to close this out.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I think Rabia has one more question.
Sorry. Hi, my question is to Joe. We were talking about Bind, right? And you guys did like an amazing comeback. And I want to talk about the round where you did, I think, 1v2 clutch near Showers to take the game to OT. I just want to know what was going in your head, and was that the moment where the whole momentum shifted for the whole team?
I remember killing Durka. He was kind of running backside. I had to shower for like a little bit, so I had no pressure after I TP'd, even though they heard me. I killed Durka, and then Leaf was like, "He's won, he's won." I was like, "All right, he's won, he's won." All right, I'm
Rub
knife
that
out,
with Shorty.
yeah, knife out, running around, just jump shorty him, and I mean, yeah, I mean, confidence came from him, of course, and then I just heard everybody just hyping me up, and I think that brought all of us back into our set state of where we should be at, and we just executed after that, and we won.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. And good luck for the next game.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. I think that might have been the last question. G2, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.